this is a pretty underrated film adaptation of a anime series or any cartoon series that got hated on unfairly from first release, but now it's starting to warm up over the years as being called an underrated film. Let's jump into it. Speed Racer is based on the classic 1960s Japanese anime and manga series of the same name. This is a sports action comedy film written and directed by the Wachowski brothers. Now they're called the Wachowskis. And stars Emile Hirsch, Christina Ricci, Matthew Fox, John Goodman, Susan Sarandon, Richard Roundtree, and a bunch of other people. And this is produced by Joel Silver. So this is the fourth collaboration between the Wachowski, well, back then brothers, now they're called the Wachowskis, and Joel Silver. So the plot of Speed Racer is that it revolves around Speed Racer, and he's an 18-year-old automobile racer who follows his apparently deceased brother's career. And his choice to remain loyal to his family and their company, Racer Motors, causes difficulties after he refuses a contract offered by E.P. Arnold Royalton, who's the owner of Royalton Industries. So he's born into a family business of race cars, and he becomes one of the racetrack's hot stars. And sitting at the wheel of his Mach 5, he constantly deflates the competition. When he turns down the offer, he uncovers the secret, and the powerful moguls fixes the races to boost profits. And hoping to beat the executive, Speed enters the same arduous cross-country race to kill his brother, and also develops romantic feelings for his long-time crush, Trixie. Speed Racer, this movie got a lot of negative reviews at the time it was released. They criticized the storyline, characters, dialogue, the mixed use special effects, but now it is, years later, is getting more praise and calling it an underrated film. And this film actually bombed. This is one of my favorite films of all time. Now, I'm going to say it, I've never read the manga or the anime series, but I do like this movie for some weird reason. I don't know why, I just do. And I understand some of the problems. I do understand some of the problems. One is the film keeps going back to different. It keeps going back and forth to flashbacks in the past and the time shifting narrative, and it does make the movie a little incoherent. But the storylines, I could understand them, but sometimes I would easily get confused at most of them. Also, the film is a little too long. This is a kid's movie, and it is 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it does drag for a little while. It does take a while for stuff to get going, for the movie to get going. And in the 2 hour and 15 minutes runtime, you have some moments that could have easily been cut or fixing up. The budget for the film is $120 million, and the movie tanked and only grossed $93 million. Due to the budget, plus the budget for the marketing. And I can understand why a lot of fans of the Speed Racer manga and anime are not really a fan of this movie. And also, the film is very colorful, so if you have motion sickness or if you have dizziness, you may not want to watch this. You can try to turn down your color on your TV, whether it's a flat screen or a normal TV. But if you like bright colors like me, and you can deal with it, you straight. Some of the writing is iffy, but at times most of the writing is pretty good. And this film was completely shot against green screens and high definition video cameras, and I like the retro futuristic look that they gave it. Yeah, I like the music by Michael Giacchino. The music is pretty good, and you have an updated version of Go Speed Racer Go. And you have the sound effects from the TV series in here. So, yeah, some people say that's a little cartoonish, but that's the point. The villain, Arnold Royalton, is great. I like the portrayal of Arnold Royalton. Roger Allam does a good job. Like the rest of the cast. I love the rest of the cast too. Emile, Hirsch, Christina, Ricci. A young Ariel Winter playing young Christina Ricci. Matthew Fox, Rain, John Goodman, Susan Sarandon, Richard Roundtree. The acting's good, and you do have series originals from Speed Racer, 2 of them in cameos. Series originals appearing as race announcers. And this was one of 2 movies that they did that is not R-rated. This is rated PG. Jupiter Ascending was PG-13. I like the racing sequences, and the racing sequences are pretty fun and pretty exhilarating and pretty entertaining. But overall, like I said, if you're not a fan of the bright colors, you're not going to like this movie. If you are a fan of the anime and manga series, you're not going to like this movie. If you're one of those people who hate this film, I would suggest giving it another watch. And also, like I said, my problems. The film is a little too long. Some of the writing is not very good, and there are some moments that does drag out way too much. But other than that, Speed Racer is a pretty entertaining anime live action adaptation of the anime series. Is better than Dragon Ball Evolution, I'll tell you that much. So, overall, I will give Speed Racer an Epictastic. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I will see you guys in the next one, and you guys keep it cool.
Bye.